Welcome, everyone. This is Elsie Kerns, and tonight the Divine Feminine Gathering has a full schedule, and we invite you to join us and see how you can benefit from these monthly webinars with these wonderful healing ladies. So let's begin. I'm going to just share for a few moments the slideshow. Um, So tomorrow we officially walk into spring. Tomorrow or Saturday, but one of the 2 days. And what we are going to celebrate, of course, is the spring opening, which will help us come back into, of course, we're already in more daylight and even more, and also bring everybody just lifting up our spirits from this winter. So one of the things I put on this slide was a quote from Donna Eden, who said, "Your illness is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility." So I thought that was an interesting quote by Donna, and kind of something for us to think about, rather than feeling that if something happens for us medically in any way, that it's our fault. But again, her point is that the healing that we do is our responsibility. So a very good quote. So we'll do that May I meditation. Let's warm our palms up a little bit. And bring our palms together in the center of the heart, right between the breasts. That's the heart energy center. And we begin by going up to the crown, connecting to the universe and the divine. May I know the truth. We come down to the third eye area, which governs both clairvoyance and clairaudience. May I see and hear the truth.
See and hear God's truth.
We come down to the lips. May I speak the truth.
Speak the truth.
And then we come back to the heart. May I speak the truth
Through
my heart for all of humanity. So Sherry Nicholas did this for us quite a while ago, and she's another Eden Energy medicine person, but she's great at this doodle art, and I just thought it was an easy way for us to follow. Before we get into tonight, I just want to mention that I did this workshop. Dawn, this was over at Kelly's place, and I forget what occasion it was, but I was just doing some Reiki. And one of the girls, this was quite a few weeks ago when it was cold, thought my outfit was interesting. She wanted to know if I was, a Viking. I said, all I need is one of those hats with the horns. But we had a great time, and I will be rescheduling probably in April after we get through the Easter holiday, another time for this wonderful hands-on that's limited to a small group where I actually teach something and then you immediately go and physically practice it with your partner so it stays with you. And these are practical things that everybody, can use. Mercury, that winged messenger, has been Mercury retrograde, comes out of retrograde tomorrow. It's been in retrograde for 3 weeks. It has been one of the most difficult retrogrades. Everything seemed to go wrong, and that we still have a little taste of that until tomorrow. So that is the winged messenger, because he goes around the sun faster than any other. He's a small planet, but he is considered the messenger, and it was always said, well, don't sign contracts during retrograde, or you could have problems with your dishwasher or your computer. So we're very happy to get out of retrograde tomorrow. It happens about 3 times during the year. This is a man that I want to mention. This is Dr. Kevin Adewale, and he is a top cardiac surgeon for 31 years. He gives the great advice not only on cardiac health, but how to basically take care of yourself. His videos are excellent. They run a maximum of 16 to 18 to 20 minutes at the most. He is actually, when he does these videos, they are targeted for the audience of 60 and above, and he shows you how things change. His examples are excellent. He's very clear, and you will get more information from him than any doctor that you go to. I guarantee you that. He's really, really amazing. So this video that's linked here, you'll be able to click on it. He talks about whether you should sleep on your left side or your right side or sleep on your back, and what position is best that supports your heart and your entire body during sleep each night. We're also going to talk about the vagus nerve reset again, and Nancy Lane, our Divine Feminine lady, sent this article to me this morning. So again, you'll be able to just click on this and go to the article, and from Vanity Fair, which is dipping into the vagus nerve. And as you can see on this diagram, the vagus nerve comes out of the right and left cranial nerve and the cranial nerve in the back, and it comes down through the throat, and it really governs every single
So she might
system.
be quick if you break, if you want my shoes.
Say that again. What was the question? Wait a minute. Okay. All right, and one more slide. We have our prayer bowl. We're not only past page 5, but down into page 6 with the many different people that you've sent. So let me just go back. So we're going to talk about this tonight in a few minutes. And I urge you, he has to just go on this channel. You'll see a number of other videos that he's done, and he's absolutely amazing. You'll really enjoy his videos. You'll learn so much. Dawn, I just want to mention that he speaks to a certain extent about diet and eating, and he's very clear about what you need and what's good, but in a very he gives it along with other things that you can do. But so I think you'll find him very interesting. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I would really encourage you. I've never heard anybody speak so clearly. He has diagrams. He really explains what's going on inside of your body. And it's something that, nobody else does that kind of thing. He commented, of course, that, because of the way the system is set up, your physician actually has 7 minutes with you, your cardiologist or whoever. According to the insurance company, they want you to move through so many people each day. So when you go to your doctor, make sure you have a list of the things you want to ask him. Because somehow when we get in front of all that authority, we lose our sense of what was I going to ask? What was I going to say? And I'm sure Tanya, who works as a nurse in medicine, could certainly verify that as well. So I want to check Nancy Lane. I want to just ask, how is Rumi, your dog? Because I sent around, you found out he had a kind of a heart condition that is requiring a certain amount of medicine and so on. So I wondered if anything new had happened that you want to share. I think you're muted. If not, we'll come back to you.
Right, you're right again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
when I adopted him from the shelter, he's 9 years old. I knew he had a heart condition. And so he goes to a cardiologist once a year. And this last time, um, a couple of weeks ago, they said his condition has gotten worse. His heart has enlarged. So I have to go back in a couple more months. And he's now on 5 medicines a day, but a couple have to be given a couple of times a day. So it turns out to be 8 meds a day.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but the thing is, because of the winter, I really couldn't get him out walking and exercising. So I think that's part of the lack of improvement. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Well, we've got him on the prayer bowl. And thank you for sending that article from Vanity Fair this morning. I was able to get it up on the slideshow. And Teresa, I saw you jump back in. How about Aiden? He had all his wisdom teeth out. He had all.
He did. He seems to be doing okay. He's back in college classes and working part-time at nighttime. His first day back to class is when the tornado sirens were going off on campus. So he was sitting in his car trying to figure out what to do, and the professor messaged all the students and said, if you want to be counted present for attendance, you need to get in the classroom. What is wrong with people? Anyways, so he texted the group chat that, and you'll love siblings. So Maeve says, you're done for. And she's like, I'm in the stairwell. So they made her go to school, high school. And she sat in the stairwell for 25 minutes while the tornado sirens were blaring. Anyways, but everybody's good. The tornado did touch down and hit a warehouse, but the guy owning it said, if it had to touch down hitting my warehouse, we're like so grateful because the loss of life could have been so much worse. We didn't lose anybody. Nobody got killed. People got bruised and battered inside the warehouse, but they battened down the hatches and they were okay. So, all in all, lots of blessings. So not just healing for wisdom teeth, but also blessings.
Okay. Thank you. Wow. Glad everybody was safe. Um, Nancy Fields, would you be comfortable sharing where you are? Because we put John on the prayer list, but can you share because you've had a loss and so on?
Yes, just John died on the 10th. He died a week ago, 10 days ago. And yeah, I'm in Arizona. I just checked, by the way, it's 88 degrees. I said I'm warm. But no, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It was a um, long last 6 months. He was home. Actually, he was home for almost 9 months and hospice care. And toward the end, I don't think he didn't get out of bed by himself um, after early November.
Mm,
So dealing with all that and the bed sores and trying to get him out and trying to get him healthy and eventually got a Hoyer lift, which I learned how to use. Um, and I had some help who would come in twice every day, Monday through Friday, to help me get him up. They were here for 2 hours in the morning, so long haul. But
well,
I'm happy that I feel that he's at peace and not in pain.
good. Yeah. Yeah, that was a long haul. So I'm sure he's at peace and that you are as well with that. Yeah. Okay, so Chris and Carol, I just want to go back to you so I don't forget because you were going to share a like a mantra that you two have been using, and I thought it was really great when you talked about it. So it's not very long. It's just maybe to read it off for us and let us hear that, see how it resonates. And then I will get Carol to send it to me and type it up and send it around to everybody. But it was a beautiful mantra. Okay. Wait, you're muted. You're muted. Whoop. Unmute. Okay, great.
Okay. Chris actually found this on X, and I can't right now come up with the name of the person, but it's a really nice kind of way to think about working with your own health. Okay, here we go. My body and all its organs were created by the infinite intelligence in my subconscious mind. It knows how to heal me. Its wisdom fashioned all my organs, tissues, muscles, and bones. This infinite healing presence within me is now transforming every atom of my being, making me whole and perfect now. I give thanks for the healing I know is taking place now. Wonderful are the works of the creative intelligence within me. And that's it.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Okay, well, send that to me and I'll type it up and send it around for people. It sounds like part of Joseph, if you're familiar with Joseph Murphy, who did The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and he did many other books, very, very interesting and explaining how powerful our subconscious mind is. I'll also send you Marissa Peer has maybe like a 10-minute video, and she um, has had several uh, medical issues in her life, and she created a way to command the body to heal. Marissa is, I'll send you that video. It's about 12 minutes. She is one of the most famous therapists in England. She she had cancer and healed that. She had this incident where her foot was run over accidentally, and she healed that, was walking within 6 weeks, I think, which stunned the, doctors that were taking care of her. Just another way of looking at it. And she's very interesting to listen to. She has worked with the royalty of England. She's worked with the most famous athletes, rock stars. And one of the things that she found was that most people, no matter how famous they are, don't feel they are enough. So she wrote a book, I Am Enough. And she shared a story where a young girl, was coming to her privately for anorexic and bulimic issues. And she was also in a group therapy, but the group noticed that a couple weeks in that she seemed different. She seemed to be getting better. And so they asked, what are you doing? You seem to be moving ahead of us here. And she explained that she was going to Marissa individually, and that she had to say 100 times a day, I am enough. Marissa had her write that on her mirror in the bathroom with her lipstick. I am enough. So she wrote a short book. It's easy to read. Uh, called I Am Enough, and she has a number of other books. She has a very special training, RTT, which involves hypnosis, and it's quite an extensive certification in the method that she uses, and people seem to heal very quickly by using it. So I'll send that on afterwards as well. So I just want to check in. Is there anybody else have any important news or something they need to share?
I do.
Okay.
So yesterday I went to Philadelphia and I did the open casting call for Shark Tank.
Oh,
Wow. So tell us more about that.
So 6ABC have been advertising it on their station, and they had it on their website, information on how to go to the casting. So and you clicked on it and it sent you to another page, and it was just information that you needed to know. It was at the Rivers Casino in one of their event spaces.
Yeah.
And you needed to download an application. It was a short application they needed you to complete and bring with you. And gave information on, what time to line up and the times that they were going to be giving the wristband and everything. So over between 300 to 320 people showed up.
Wow.
And they only had 2 casting calls this year. They had one in California and one in Philadelphia, and that was it for the year. And they're they're working on season 18.
Okay. So do they choose people out of the 300 or so to participate that have applied?
Actually, they said they do not have any quotas. They
Okay.
said the casting, it was 5 casting crew members, and they had 5 tables set up in another big room they took you to, and you gave them the application, and you did your pitch, and then they asked you questions. And then so as they, whatever you asked you and all of that, they wrote down notes and everything, and they said all the information is going to be sent to the executive producers in California, and they're going to decide who they're going to call. Their goal is by the end of March. They only do good news calls. So they said by the end of March, if you're selected by the executive producers, you will get a phone call. And in the paperwork that we signed an NDA. So everything is silent, it goes silent. And then if you get a call at the end of March, then you'll go to California at the end of June. And then they said they cannot guarantee, even though if you go to California and you go in front of the sharks, they cannot guarantee if your episode is going to be aired. So,
But just the opportunity to go to California sounds
yes,
very exciting.
yes,
So you'll
yes,
have to let us know if you're going to do that. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was right. It was really nice. And I tell you, the energy in the room was intoxicating. I mean, all of those creatives, and it was just lovely just to be in there.
Sounds great. Yeah. Sounds like you took in a lot of new energy as we're
Yes,
ending the winter, coming into spring. Great.
yes.
Okay. And then one more thing. Seal was in this week in the EES room, and she just had an unusual experience. You want to tell us about that, Seal?
Yeah. Uh, you got to remember, it was the day after the stormy weather, that we all were worrying whether we're going to have a tornado or whatever. It was the day after that. So anyway, I have to leave my house here, I don't know, about 9:30 to get there. And when I left, everything was quiet down. There was no issues. It was fine. And after when I got home, here my light in the kitchen was on over the sink. That has not worked for years.
Oh my.
And I mean, I would have noticed if it was on earlier in the day, but it was on. And then I turned it off and I couldn't turn it on again.
Yes.
So it was just, I don't know, to me, it was like a little sign that, I don't know, somebody's getting my attention, somebody or something. So I just took it as a sign, but it was unusual, very unusual.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, we are living in the age of miracles, believe me. A lot of things are going to change, and we see that happening. But despite all the strife that's going on, we really are entering a whole new age, and medicine is going to change dramatically. There's also a lot of things that are out there and being used that we don't have access to right now, but in the future we will. So, you know, the Matillary has had those med beds for quite a while, and I've seen comments about them where there's some very sophisticated technology where you'll just be able to lay on those and they'll be able to access everything in your body and correct them. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll live to see that one, but I'll have to get reincarnated just so I can come back and experience it. So how about anybody else? Addie, you're our dancer. What's going on with you? You're muted. Woo, 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 woo.
I see it.
There you go.
Just continuing dancing. My teacher's trying to get me to compete again, but I don't know if I'm ready yet, so we'll see. But just enjoying it.
Good.
Yeah.
That other time you were in, you won first prize, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
I think you're ready. I would take a chance. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll see. I'll see.
All right. Well, you look happy about it.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to ask Dawn what her business is that she's going for.
Happy Vacay Vegan. I pitched my vegan cookies and granola.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great. Yeah. Great cook. And you published a book not long ago.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
On Amazon. What's the name of it again?
From Scratch to Shelf, my vegan journey.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you held it up and showed us that it was out. So it's available on Amazon.
Yes.
Dawn, are you selling your cookies anywhere?
At Curate Noir in Morristown Mall.
Wait, what's it called?
Curate Noir.
Oh, what's it near in the Morristown Mall? What
It's across from Rita's.
Rita's? I don't know where Rita's is.
It's
But
near the food court.
near the food court. Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm going to stop in. Okay.
Yes.
Food court there, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to go back and focus a little bit on that vagus nerve because it has gotten an enormous amount of attention in the last couple of years. We are in a state where the entire world is in anxiety, overwhelm. And so there was one little short video that I did, and I will send it again. And so if everybody will take a little 3-finger notch and just put it on that little place right in the center by your thyroid there in the throat. And then you're going to take your other hand and you're going to put it, rest it on the side of your head up by your temple. So when you're at the temple, you are calming triple warmer. And then your thumb is going to be at the end of the earlobe. That's another calming triple warmer point. So you're working right in that notch by the thyroid and holding the side of your head. This is very comforting and it will calm things down very quickly. All you're doing is breathing in your natural rhythm. And then you change sides and you're on the other side. And again, you're still holding that notch at the throat and breathing. So if you find that you're too overwhelmed or upset, try this. You can do it sitting, standing, laying down, and it's very, very comforting. And I'll send a little quick video on that. You're again
The other
touching.
person that's upsetting you, Elsie, like just reach out to them and do it to them.
Yes, I would say anything that's upsetting, sure.
Like, excuse me, I need to do this to you. Like a Vulcan grip, but instead it's a vagus nerve grip.
Yeah, say that one again. The what?
Like almost like the Vulcan grip, but instead you're doing the vagus nerve grip on the person who's bothering you. I'm asking for a friend.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one way. And then we did this before where you bring the heel of your hands together and you just gently hold your throat. And then the key here is humming, singing, any kind of vibration that activates the vagus nerve. Remember, it's coming out from the 10th cranial nerve all the way around to the throat, and it governs every single organ all the way down your body. So this is, again, easy to do. You could lean your elbows on the desk. You can also take your baby finger when you're here and again put it at the end of the earlobe. Absolutely, just it will lower your blood pressure. If your blood pressure is elevated and you want to lower it, if you sit or lie down and do this for about 5 minutes and recheck your blood pressure, you'll see that it has begun to drop. So that doesn't mean you don't need your medication, but this is another way to just help the body come down back to relaxation, if at all possible, in today's world. So just notice how that feels. We need things that are easy to do that we can do with our own hands 24/7. So remember your hands and your fingers, they're connected to every single organ in your body. And that's why hands-on healing works. And of course, energy has no it's not bound by time and space. So that's why you can send energy to somebody in California. Dawn can begin sending it to that room where they're all going to meet as the participants that were selected. She can begin seeing herself in that room and being awarded the the commercial. Yes, yeah, yeah. So that's, there's other ways, in that energy shower where you're just coming down through the body very slow and very easy. You're just gathering all the earth energy coming up above the head and very slowly just moving down like a chi shower, an energy shower, all the way down the body. When you get to the hips, just beam the energy down to your feet. So any way that you can stay grounded will help, because when we get upset or anxious, all the energy is risen up to our head. So if you can't sleep at night, try these as well, because if you can't sleep, you're up in your head thinking and the energy can't relax. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So does anybody have any questions about that, or about how they can work with their own anxiety? Or let me ask, where is everybody's anxiety level these days?
Up and down.
Right, yeah. So Teresa, your business with cybersecurity, I'm sure that you deal with a lot of people, or work with a lot of people that are struggling with this anxiety over what's happening in the cyber community and the fraud.
Yeah, I mean, everybody to a T will say to me if they get me one-on-one, this is everybody, not just in cyber and technology. This is CEOs, CFOs, all the executives, and they'll say, I don't know, I'm just really unsettled.
Mhm.
And I literally just had coffee with somebody this morning in person, and she said, I just really wanted to have coffee with you because I don't know what's wrong with me. Normally I can do yoga and find my Zen, even though my work is really stressful. And I just feel like She goes, I did 3 yoga classes in 2 days and I never got to a good place. And I said, do you know you're not alone? Like I said, do you understand, regardless of like your faith belief system, whatever you believe in, like we're all connected to each other. And she was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. And I said, so whatever your belief system is, like just understand there are things happening in the world and we're all unsettled and you're not alone. So even if you're trying to get your zen moment, you may have other people around you unsettled, or your family's unsettled, or coworkers are unsettled, and she's an empath. And I said, you're taking all that in. You got to learn how to close yourself off from everybody being unsettled and still be an empath. So we just talked a little bit about kind of like what I've had to do, because I'm such an empath, to guard myself, but still be wired the way I was made. So you're right, Elsie. There's a lot of uneasiness, whether
Yes.
it's Iran and what they're doing, or all the deep fake fraud that's happening to people. And it's happening to everybody. It's businesses, it's individuals, it's celebrities, it's just everyday people minding their own business. It's pretty rampant, and it's hard. It's hard on people.
Yeah, very difficult time. So last night we had a new moon. We're coming into a new phase. So remember, you're going to write your abundance check. And when we go into that new moon, we go up above the head and we do that big giant figure eight and say, I bring in the new, push out the old. So you've got that new moon. And this creates a nice, I call it the invisible fence around you. Over your shoulders, I bring in the new, push out the old. Over the solar plexus, I bring in the new, push out the old. Below the knees, and then you scoop behind and throw all that energy over you. And do it again. I bring in the new, push out the old. I bring in the new, push out the old. I bring in the new, push out the old. One more time, I bring in the new, push out the old. And now you gather all that energy up to your shoulders and you push it all the way out. And you've now created an invisible fence around you. So it helps to protect your energy so that you're not so bombarded by everything that's going on around you. And especially if you know you're in public a lot, like you are, Teresa, or you're somebody who's very empathic and easily affected by other people's energy.
Send us a video of you doing that too. Okay.
Yes, I'll send a video of that. Yeah, the invisible fence. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Because you're those great big figure eights. And remember, figure eights are not bound by time and space. We are, but they aren't. So Donna would always say, Donna, was never underestimate the power of the figure eight. So, just bring that into your life. It's great way. So I want to check with Peggy because you were away in Florida with Bill.
Yes.
And it sounds like you had a marvelous time.
Oh yeah, it was great. We went to every park we could find. It was 16 days down and back driving 3,000 miles. So we went all over the place, different towns and cities and parks. We usually look for national, state parks or any kind of park where we can walk. We saw alligators, manatees, swimming and hugging and kissing dolphins. Great experience. That was in Nassau in the Bahamas. It was really cool. And then we're going to go April 1st to Costa Rica. We like to go to places we've never been before. So we're exploring, becoming seasoned travelers.
Great. Well, of course, Bill married Peggy, about a year ago?
April 12th will be the 1 year.
Right. And Bill came to do some red light therapy at our place, and he said to me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with Peggy.
I think sometimes he still struggles with it.
Yes, I'm sure. He said, all these new things I'm learning. I don't know. I said, oh, I'm sure you do fine.
Oh,
He said,
yeah.
yeah, and he
Yeah.
was pretty experienced. I mean, he's a retired policeman, correct?
Yes.
Yes, but this was like a whole new world
Oh, yeah, whole new
Peggy
world.
introduced him to.
Yes.
Yeah,
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 a lot of
Patty?
fun.
Yeah, great. So,
All the healings are going well. I remember Kathy was on the list when you brought the bowl up. She had broken pelvis. She's doing great. And of course, Jack and Greg, they're all doing great. So if there's any more updates, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
yeah, they were people that you sent in for the prayer bowl, and it's nice to hear that kind of response. Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful.
Elsie, can you tell us a little bit about the red light therapy? What it does? Any testimonies around that? What's it good for?
Well, red light therapy was used for a long time in Germany, Japan, China, and it's become very popular here. Our red light therapy is a combination of uh, infrared, far infrared, and also we have blue light in it, which is good for the skin. So the red light therapy, you can do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm sorry, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most, um, or 25 minutes. And what it does is somebody has pain or skin conditions like eczema. It's good for the skin. You know, people, we have those little shades that people put on. People that have struggled with any kind of skin issues, it's helpful for that. Also helpful for if people are losing hair, it's good for that as well. So it has a number of, it goes very deep into the body. The far infrared goes very deep, all the way down to the bone marrow. So it's very effective, very, very good.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's fairly easy to do, you know, that 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so it's not a lot of time. But people, if they're struggling with something, they have to do it, you know, a couple times. It's not just a one-time shot. Does that answer it, Addie?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if somebody had some kind of an injury, it would be helpful, or they were in pain, or, you know, any kind of swelling, that would also be helpful.
Okay, thank you.
And we, instead of the panels, we put ours on a stand so that people can lay on the massage table and we can move it to wherever is needed, wherever they're going to have it worked on.
Yeah.
So if nobody has anything else, let's get into prayer for.
I actually I would like to share my experience with when I came with my husband to Danny's meditation in EE room. And it was amazing experience, as you know, because of the meditation. She was playing bowls, but I had such a bad knee pain. And during the session, my knee was absolutely hot, to the point like burning sensation. After that, not right away, but next day and after next day, that pain went away completely.
Wow, what a great testimonial.
Yeah, so it was amazing.
Yeah, that was the sound bath. And we had a pretty full, I think we had 10 people in the room.
Yeah.
Plus we were in the EES room. So you
Right.
can imagine the amount of energy that was floating around from that. Yeah. People love the sound bath. Everybody gets a blankie and in that zero gravity chair, they go back and it's good night. Yeah. And Danny happens to be a unique sound bath person. She gives people little messages and so on. So it was nice to have Tanya and her husband there together. Thanks,
The
Sonia.
messages that she gave was totally on right. Like, it's like it was written exactly for me and for my husband. So it's very interesting to meet that person. It was very nice experience, and definitely I will come over again.
Well, great. And the fact that your pain was gone, that was a wonderful healing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When will she be coming back, Elsie?
I tried to get her again in March, but Danny's a little bit spacey. It's hard to get her to get back to you on an email with her dates and things. So I haven't heard from her. So it would probably be in April after we're through the Easter holiday and so on. Yeah. Okay, does anybody else have anything they would like to share or bring up before we get to the giant prayer bowl and all the people that are in it? Okay, so everybody get relaxed. And here is the prayer bowl and how big it's already gotten, how full already. So let us just close our eyes, get comfortable. So we're working with everyone in the prayer bowl, and all of us are in the prayer bowl. And we're working with just the highest intention, the highest good for everyone here. And we're letting the universe and the great divine decide what each individual and situation needs. So take a deep breath in through the belly and blow out gently through the lips. Try that straw breath as you breathe out, almost like you're breathing through a straw. And find the way that is most comfortable for you to send healing. We're working with the expansive electromagnetic energy of the heart. So as you're ready, you can gently come back. And Tanya and I will get back to everyone about the idea of these specific healings for people that, similar to what Dr. Joe Dispenza is doing and Lynn McTaggart, and they're all be done online, long distance. So it should be interesting. And if somebody needs it in person, we can also work with that as well. But most of them are done long distance.
I had one other thought before everybody goes away. And thank you for tonight. Always just wonderful to be virtually in the presence of so many women with positive energy. So, Elsie, thank you. And the presentations and the conversation and the meditations. So I've got a spiritual advisor and she gave me a piece of advice and I should have mentioned it earlier. Like when these like negative thoughts enter into like your monkey mind and like you feel unsettled and things like that, she said like sometimes you go, why am I thinking this way? Or why? And like you try to like put it in like a little box or you try to make it go away. And she said instead, her advice was take that negative thought, almost kind of put like look at it as an observer, an inspector, and go, that's interesting. And then whatever your faith-based, beliefs are, God, um, go ahead and handle it. And she said, and then envision that you're standing on the shore watching barges go by in different directions and just put it on the barge and watch it sail away. And I've been practicing that since she told me that 2 weeks ago. And it's I have a lot of barges going in a lot of different directions with my monkey mind things, but it's been incredible because I'm like, you handle this. And then I put it on the barge and I visualize the barge. And she said, and the barge may go all the way around the world and come back again and it's resolved. And she said, but don't try to suppress it and control that negative thought or that worry or that emotion. Just examine it like you're an inspector and observer, give it up, put it on a barge and let it sail away and it'll be handled. And I don't know why, but it's working for me. So I just wanted to
Wow.
share it.
I love that. I think that's great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's have everybody do the figure eight. Get everybody ending with the figure eight. All around, sending it to ourselves and each other. And thank you, Teresa, for sharing that and what you said about being with a positive group of women. Remember, the Dalai Lama said the Western world will help heal the world. So the Western women will help heal the world. So we'll keep that in mind. Okay, so till April, happy Easter to everyone.
Happy
Yeah, happy Easter.
everybody.
That's April the 5th. And happy spring equinox tomorrow. And don't
Thank you.
forget to write your abundance check. If you haven't written it, just write it anyway. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Easter, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good
Okay.
night.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Yes. Many blessings.
Bye, Mom.